Welcome. Today we're going to be subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. Here is our math problem. Leo and Mary walked to school today. The models are shaded to show the fraction of a mile each of them walked. How many more miles did Mary walk than Leo? Since they're comparing both numbers here, you're going to subtract. If you look at Leo's fraction, that is 2/3. Mary's fraction is 7 out of 9. To subtract, we would line them up vertically. It's important to note that 7/9 goes on top since it is the larger fraction, and you can see here by looking at the picture model. The more shading it has, the larger the fraction. When you try to subtract, you're going to notice that you can't subtract because your denominators are different. This has a 9 and this has a 3. So we're going to have to find a common denominator. To do that, we would use the LCM or the LCD, least common multiple or the least common denominator, which are the same thing. What you would do is you would get your denominators, the 3 and the 9, and you find the multiples. Starting with 3, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and the 9s, 9, 18, and 27. Stop when you find a match. Here we see that the 9s match, and also that the 18s match. Remember, we always use the least common multiple, so here we're going to use the 9s. These will be my new denominators. Now since I changed my denominators, I'm going to have to change my numerators. To do that, I'm going to use multiplication. Starting here at the bottom, we ask ourselves, 3 times what is 9? 3 times 3 is 9. Whatever you do to the denominator, you also do to the numerator. So 2 times 3 is 6. Then here, we ask ourselves, 9 times what is 9? 9 times 1 is 9. Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. 7 times 1 is 7. Now notice that the 7, 9 did not change since my denominators were the same. My numerators don't change. Now we're ready to subtract since we have a 9 and a 9. So we say 7 minus 6 is 1 and the denominator stays the same. And there is our answer, letter D. If you're a visual learner, you can use the picture to solve the math problem. It's difficult to compare Leo and Mary here since Leo is cut into thirds and Mary is cut into ninths. But if you find a common denominator, if you cut Leo's fraction into ninths, just like Mary's, like this, you'll be able to see the answer in a picture form. And right here, this little square, that is the answer. The answer was 1 out of 9. So here's the answer right here, this little square. Mary walked 1/9 more than Leo. And there you go. And that's how you solve subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. Thank you for watching.